exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he is taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Hoosiers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Carr to throw. Makes the catch. It's Porter. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Breaks into the open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside. It's Beebe. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was...
Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Got a man. It's Beebe. Drills him with the stiff arm. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field. It's Hoover. Throws for the tight end. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Smashes through the tackle. Taking it the other way. All the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for a deep man. Intercepted, a first-half can swing momentum. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Might be changing the route. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? In the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. The screen, he can go. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking to pass. It's Hoover. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
And this could be really huge for this defense, man. You got put in a horrible spot. You can complain, you can whine, you can if you want to. It ain't going to help nothing. Like, they do a great job being ready for the pass on 1st down. Now, 2nd down and goal. They've got to bow their necks. They've got to find a way to continue to be physical and make some plays here and try to force the field goal.
And after getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? Play action, C.J. Carr. makes the grab. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
It's complete to the left. And that one did not work.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field
touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Final play of the quarter coming. The run inside. It's Richard. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Now on the counter. Creates a little space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Bring in the heat. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys? Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Escapes the pressure going right. Now he's looking into the middle. It's complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's shot. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw again. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Hauls it in. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Here's the heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
And that one's incomplete.
And man, oh man, I just don't understand what we're trying to do offensively. Like, last possession was your 4th pick, and coming out, throwing again. They've got to find some way to settle this dude down or settle his behind on the bench and find somebody else that can make some plays.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink when...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete in the middle. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. And now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Might be calling a hot route.
Sweet. Ready, go.
Play fake. Carr. Under fire. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The Irish send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Found a little running room on that one, picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Hoover. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense. Game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
The Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. The play action fake. Makes the grab. It's Barker. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. Just a quick rhythm throw there and real. Fires toward the end zone. Got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was.
And he's in. Touchdown, Indiana!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Quarterback making adjustments. Carr on play action. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Porter. At the 45 on its way. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keep it on the ground. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Running inside. It's Osborne. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. All the way back to the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's shot. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they use a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Caught! He gets it in! Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
He'll bring it out. It's Barres. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Gonna run it. It's Osborne. There he goes. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Play action, Carr. Under fire. He's got it. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Iowa taking on the Northwestern Wildcats.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
And it's the Hawkeyes in the throes of what is right now a major upset. It's early, I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but this team believes and they could just pull this off.
So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Pressure coming. It as he throws. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Another incompletion on third down.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Pulls it in. It's Preston. And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Can they catch him? What a play on that return, but will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Break. Go. Ready. Jet. Go.
Makes the quick grab. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grab behind the line. It's Osborne. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The Irish needing just inches for the first down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Might have a chance. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to...
Makes the catch, and he's free. He is in. Touchdown, Irish.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Makes the grab. It's Preston. What a cut. Now he's loose. There he goes. The 30. At the 20. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. The Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Off play action. Moving away from pressure. Flips it out to the back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Here comes the heat. Buried before he could blink.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw enough.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown. And this is a pretty big gamble. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Rush is on him. Got him. Got a lot of room to the right. Inside the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Going deep. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Trying play action. Here's the pressure.
You could just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. On his way back from the 20. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They're going to run it to the right. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
The short hands. It's Flanagan. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Snags it, and there's running room. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
there are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Takes the handoff. It's Beebe. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had 0 impact in this game.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Wilson to pass. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the move. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Unloads to the right. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Play action, C.J. Carr. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down.
And the defensive coordinator was really pleased with his unit after registering 3 sacks last week. He wanted to add a few more wrinkles in their blitz packages to see if they could build on that in this game. So far, they hadn't gotten to the QB until that last play just now. Now let's find out if they can crank up the heat.
Carr shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off? They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. The run inside. It's Richard. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Wilson will throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Makes the catch. It's Preston. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Richard. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Moving out to the right. He's taking a deep shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.